Ništa, idemo dalje. Ovaj Bradley kao da mi je priča, ali ja ga ne vidim, ne čujem ga.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the Force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins, and that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
I didn't see what, but something was there, with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
Tačno ne znam u ovom trenutku šta je iluzija, šta se stvarno desilo.
He's right. We can't ignore the truth.
But it could drive her mad.
Better madness than ignorance.
This will affect your
Very
destiny.
well.
Apsolutno ne znam šta
I'll
sam
go to see
odabrao.
Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Odabrao sam. I što treba pričamo s udovicom ovog Sandersa koji je umro dole u laboratoriji. Kako? Šta sad? Gdje treba da idem? Ne znam. Treba da izađem iz vile.
What can I do for you, sir?
Jebote, kako
Mrs.
su
Sanders?
ovi koji...
I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Jo,
Well, well, look who's here.
ova mi je nešto poznata.
You know each other.
Our paths crossed, briefly. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me.
Imam i tekako.
May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
Šta odabrati ovdje? Jel?
It's terrible what happened to your husband, but I had nothing to do with it. I was injured, and I came across him in the hospital quite by chance.
Injured? Well, I'm delighted to see you in such fine fettle, Detective. Not everybody enjoyed such a prompt recovery.
I suppose Fuller does do miracles now and again.
Luck is obviously very kind to you. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
May I ask you what Miss Baker is doing here? How do you know her?
My business with Miss Baker is private, Mr. Pierce.
But you do know what kind of business Miss Baker is in, don't you?
I am no fool. Please believe that much, at least.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler?
Well, you can't imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
Ništa, mislim da ova zna još nešto, da nije sve rekla. Sljedeće što se radi je da pogledamo tu sliku Shambler. Gdje ću moći ja ovu medicinu da upgradeam?
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
Another painting by Sarah Hawkins.
What a surprise. I'm listening.
All's fair in love and war, I suppose.
Uzeli smo ključ.
An old diary. Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part.
Not now, sweetheart. I'd like to read this without some snoop looking over my shoulder.
Dobro. Ovdje se krijem. Zašto bi se krio? Kome juri?
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
To je to. druže.
What the hell was that?
Idu kurac. Gdje je ono da se sakrijem? Joj, šta je sljedeće? Sad smo ojačali. Treba da bežim, jel? Ideš u kurac. Znači, ovo ne sme da me uvati, dobro. Daj, skipuj ovo, vrati, nemoj mi izleti ovo.
What the hell was that?
Čekaj, ili imam... Daj, bebe.
What the hell was that?
Gdje si više gdje? Gdje? Kurac.
What the hell was that?
Gdje se sakrio? Na, provalit ću me. Jebot.
What the hell was that?
Gdje si? odvuče me, brate.
I can't even touch it. No way out. No choice. I must get rid of it.
Kako da se rešim ja ovoga, a?
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Da mogu ja da ga kasapim, brate, ne mogu. Brate, realno. Šta moram s leđa da priđem?
What the hell was that? Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Gdje si, brate? Pa kako da tu ubijem, brate? Šta da radim, brate?
What the hell was that? Maybe I can use this dagger.
Ne da, brate, ne može.
I can't even touch it.
Ne da.
No way out.
Kako, brate, šta da radimo?
What the hell was that? Maybe I can use this dagger.
Da pušim. Sad sam provalio, znači treba sliku da uništim, brate.
What the hell was that? Maybe I can use this dagger. Damn it! This dagger didn't work.
Ovo i nije. Idi bro. Gdje je slika?
Damn it! I have to use a specific dagger.
Ubit ćemo ovo čudo, bro. Seče ovo čudo.
What the hell was that? Maybe I can use this dagger.
Nije ovo 100%. Puši. Nešto što liči na ovo 100%.
What the hell was that?
Puši bre! Kako da nađem odgovarajuće sečivo, bre.
What the hell was that?
Snimam ovo čudo 655. put u nadi da ću ga proći. Nadam se.
Damn, maybe I can use this dagger.
Ubi me. Evo se ćemo ubije, gotovo. Ne možeš. 666. put.
What the hell was that?
Ajmo. Gdje treba da idem? Ovo je možda lično.
Maybe I can use this dagger. Damn it! This dagger. Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to acquire it? This dagger looks different.
Ovo je. Ajde, mrš kući. Dešao se liku, neću valjda ja. Op.
What's the matter with you?
Dao koji trik.
You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
I was attacked by...
I think so too.
Ne verujem mi.
My arm was disappearing into this painting. You must have seen that.
I saw you put your trembling hands on a collector's artifact. Where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. Now go see your antique seller. I still got...
Pa nije bilo ovako obučena. Sad idemo u neku prodavnicu knjiga, ne znam zašto. Sad ćemo da vidimo šta ima vamo. Krv, slomljeno staklo.
Where is the bookseller?
Gdje je prodavac?
An old diary.
Tačno ga boli uce. Šta ovdje to imamo?
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
Da li mogu da upgradeam ovaj? Nikako ne mogu. Sačuvat ću koji skill point za medicinu. Samo čekam da mesto gdje mogu da ga upgradeam, nije baš svako mesto prikladno. Znak pitanja ovdje stoji. Kao da treba prikupiti još neki dokaz.
What a strange amulet. I have a feeling I'd better not touch it. What happened here?
Idemo rekonstrukcija.
Let's start over. Where did they break in from? Blood. Seems like amateur work.
Huh.
Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably.
Otisak stopala je ostao.
No sign of struggle. If the burglar smashed this jar, it wasn't intentionally. Was he hurt then?
Šta ovdje ima? Ovdje je ušao. Šta još ima?
What sort of thief leaves his tools at the... What killed all these animals? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work? What the... Charles Hawkins?
Huh.
Looks like the symbol rejected Hawkins. Where did I see it? What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess?
Šta bi?
Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe. Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
Da li je sa šifra dobro? Open the safe. Ha. Znači imam tačno ovdje raspored. Treba da nađem negdje šifru.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Ne vjerujem da ćemo tako lako.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
Da još jednom da poslušam što je rekao.
And these red drops, like precious stones lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Znači, 9 je zadnji broj. A ovdje kao koliko je ovih okružilo kraljicu, sad ćemo da vidimo šta
I
kaže.
finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let
Dobro.
those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
Okej. 3. 3 čovjeka brane kraljicu. To je top i 2 konja. Ako je ovo logika, ja ne znam. Znači 3, 9.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Ovo prvo nisam razumio. Devetka je ovdje. Trojka je druga. A prva... 7 nije. 8 nije. 6 nije. Pet. Wow. Ne znam kako sam ovo ubao, ali... Rešio sam zagonetku, tako što sam ova dva zadnja rešio, ovo prvo sam nabadao. Neki trip. Book covered in human skin, lay inside detective. Ma daj.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating. What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Very well. I'll examine him. "30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberance. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's total. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin. Tender at the touch. Slightly sticky.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge
So
to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
Did you examine his abdomen?
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once. You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. In spite of the
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations, and this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
His limbs? His body temperature? I don't know what experiments you've undertaken.
Oh, I sense some excitement beneath your indignation. Could it be you wish to join me in my scientific endeavors?
You are a brilliant physician, Dr. Fuller, but this man... This man has the attributes of some kind of animal.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doc. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder, and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
I disapprove of Fuller's methods, but his treatments have saved more lives than I can count.
And Mr. Blake? You said yourself he was dying.
And I need to know what that is before I take a chance exposing him.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep mum.
Idemo do kancelarije ovog doktora.
Hay fever. What's he doing here?
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
Mrs. Sanders?
Gospođa Sanders.
Why did nobody tell me about her admission? He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back?
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney. Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
Tem oficjat.
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory.
This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
Dr. Colden, we need you at once in Dormitory B.
What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I'll see to it right away.
And the family of Mrs. Harding is asking to...
I'll never understand why it's so...
Rules. Anyhow,
Understood.
as a matter...
Oh.
You should...
The key to the boiler room is missing. Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him.
Surgical ward, pharmacy. Ovo je njegov, znači, washroom. Dole levo, ok, preko puta. Operacijne sale.
Dr. Colden,